Yeah, amongst other things, we have to talk
Oh
about.
crap, we're live. Let's go.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all
What's
caught
going
that.
on? What's going on, folks? I'm Jay Peeps.
I'm Ace.
Tonight for you, we have another episode of the Running Gun Podcast. This is episode 10 of this season, or season 9.
Damn, we're going by fast.
It is. It is. We got all the goods for you. Injuries are piling up on the front for the Saints, and I know Ace has.
Hey, you know what? We'll talk about that later because for every negative, there's always a positive.
Exactly. You know what? At least I'm glad you're finding the silver lining in all of it. I am so glad. That's what matters. And then, of course, as well too, we have a battle of the two winless going on this weekend.
Wait, y'all can see it? I have a background running. Oh, whatever. Y'all get
I
it.
think he's doing this. Yeah, it's a L off. Somebody's getting their first win this weekend. And then as well
Pretty
too,
much.
the SWAC West is on the line, and I just found a wild statistic that's going to probably blow everyone's mind. And you'll see it come up when we start. But yeah, so we got a fun one for you tonight as well. So also too, someone just became a new part-time owner of the Raiders.
Yeah, that means his playing career is done. But I don't think he would have ever came back anyway.
I mean, yeah, that and broadcast career is essentially done.
But I don't blame him. I mean, if you're covering the Dallas Cowboys every week, I wouldn't blame him if you try getting out of that job fast.
Exactly. I would have as well.
With that being said, guys, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We got fun stuff to talk about, college football picking up. We're getting into the thick of it. For the games mean a whole lot more than they already do. Conference games are full swing. NFL week 7. Yeah, week 7 coming up. That's going to be a doozy. Some questionable decisions that'll be talked about in a minute. And also, FAMU getting into their showdown. We're going to talk about that. So, yeah, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We're going to be on the other side of this intro. We'll see you then. Run it.
Let's go. Wait, dang it. There it is. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is GP.
This is the Bug.
This is JC.
This is Flash. This is Jimi Hendrix.
And you're listening to
You're listening to
the Run and Gun Podcast.
All right. And I think
I saw Mr. Sasser. I think I saw him
here.
He has no video. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, I guess he'll figure it out.
He'll be on in a sec.
With that being said, I guess we can just go ahead and dive into it while we wait for him. So let's go ahead and start off with what it is and talk about it. So, as I get my cue cards together, I'm gonna take my time with this because it's already
boy. You know what? I have no idea what we're talking about.
So, as you know, this week is
Showdown.
SWAC East is on the line, of course. And for the first time in a long time in my recent memory, there he is. Okay,
there he is.
Sorry, no. Technical difficulties. Just was eating.
You're good.
You take
are absolutely fine. Now, continue my prologue or my epilogue or whatever you want to call it. So yes, the SWAC East. Yes,
monologue. Anyone, one of the two of them, don't matter.
Yes. So yes, the SWAC East is on the line this weekend between FAMU and Jackson State. for the first time in a long time, as far as I can remember. This is like a FCS top 25 matchup between two HBCUs. I mean, if someone can find that number of when the last time that happened was, please find it. I feel like you'd have to go back to the 90s. Because I mean, you had three HBCUs crack the FCS top 25 this week. FAMU checked in at 18, NC Central at 21, Jackson State at 25. You have 18 against 25 this weekend. I feel like if it hadn't been for Hurricane Helen, FAMU probably would be like 15th right now in the country because both these teams would be 4-2 coming in. But this is interesting. It's a lot of words being said on both sides. There's a lot of vulnerability on both sides. Coach Colsey, and I guess I'll give everybody a preview of it and stuff, had some choice words.
Statement game.
Say again?
Statement game coming.
Yes. Oh, yes. But before I read off what Coach Colsey said, I guess I'll let Ace take it from here.
Oh, okay, goody then. I'll take it then. All right, let's go.
Should I post the question first?
Jackson State. Huh?
Or should I post the question first?
Post a question. I guess you team me up. I don't know. Otherwise, I'm going to just free run it.
Yeah. Well, so the thing I was iterating at before the intro rolled and before Mr. Sasser here rolled in was, interesting statistic. FAMU has not won in Jackson since 1998.
Wow.
And yes,
what they say, first time in the century is worth something.
Yeah, it is. And quite honestly, the two have met obviously since then, but most of the time it was neutral sites. It was Indianapolis twice, Circle City Classic, or no, one time Circle City Classic. The previous time had been in '88. And then, of course, 14, one time, the time in Jackson State won on a Hail Mary. And then 2014, Jackson State gets lucky again because year one of Willie Simmons forgets clock management. And then Orange Blossom Classic FAMU finally reels one out last year. So, that being said, Ace and Mr. Sasser, what will it take for FAMU to get their first win in Jackson since 1990?
Tackle. Oh, I got to say tackle. Tackle. That's all y'all got to do. Just tackle them on defense. The offense, I shouldn't say I have zero reservations about them, but I have minimal at the best. Like, I'm not really worried about the offense. The offense has been looking pretty clean. The slow starts are a thing, but they're not like a crippling blow to the team overall. So they've been getting better at it. They got this week. They didn't have a game last week, so
neither team did.
Yeah, exactly. So this week they're gonna be fresh. They might have a slow start on both sides, knock the rust off, maybe at worst. So it's gonna be pretty even going into Mississippi. It's 2024. You don't have Dion to worry about. It's not like Shadur is on the other side. You haven't played them since either of them have gone. So it's not like you're facing a Titan. Let's just say that.
Fair assessment.
Just handle your business. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Catch the damn ball.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Mr. Sasser.
Handle your business, and it's more defense. Defense just has to show up. Like you said, if their offense is good enough, they can just, they have some slow starts on their success. It's just a matter of just defense needs to show up and really just take them out of their first drive.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I always feel like that in football. If you can take your opponent out in the first drive on defense, that kind of it doesn't really solidify the rest of the game.
Bucks Saints. Head hunting, but that's a different story. We'll talk about the head hunting.
It'll at least solidify the first half, until the second half. Because after you get to
put your foot down early.
Yeah, you gotta put your foot down early.
Yes. Yeah, I think
walk in and show you mean business.
That first drive for whoever's on offense matters the most, just as much as the defense does.
And I'm glad you said that, Mr. Sasser.
So FAMU, they gotta show up.
Because Coach Colsey mentioned this in his weekly presser. And for those of you that are watching now, I'm gonna talk about this again Saturday. he stated that, and he kind of reiterated it, and I felt a little bit of oomph in his voice when he said it. He emphasized, they need to play well, win the turnover battle, and not allow open guys all over the field. He also did state too, this is the healthiest they've been all season, from what I've heard.
That's always a good thing.
It is. Now on the other end, on the other side of the field, you had, our friend over at Fifth Quarter FAMU who asked Coach TC Taylor about, covering FAMU's wide receivers, and it was kind of a deflected question by TC, which is fine. You don't want to give away too much to the press and create material. Smart move. And then at the same time, too, you have, Irv Mulligan, who is Jackson State's star running back, who played in the triple option at Wofford before he transferred over, saying, this is personal for him, that he played injured, and that he plans to go crazy and run all over FAMU, which he said this last year, too. He said it was time to go F FAMU up. So that worked. So it's interesting, all of it factored into one. But I sense, and I think back to
pretty much this.
Yep. Yeah, you don't need to be the stunting. Yeah, stop being fancy on the D line, stunting and remixing things. It's getting in front seven. Yeah,
the front seven. Yeah, pretty much. Just keep it simple.
Yeah, you honestly you do. You just win your matchups, man. That's what I've always been saying. Controlled aggression.
Put a head on a head and call it a day. Hat on a hat, not head on a head. Y'all know what I mean.
Controlled aggression is what's going to win. And then the thing is too, and I it's funny enough, I had a Prairie View fan tell me this too. It's like the SWAC originals, should I say, or those like long-standing teams like the Gramblings, the Southerns, and the Jackson States. You have to beat these teams. Like, not even just when I say beat these teams, you have to not only beat them, but you have to beat the officials when you play them in their house. And quite frankly, I'll tell you now, if this is close at the end and it comes down to a controversial call, be ready.
If this game comes down to the end, that's on FAMU.
Yeah, honestly, I would agree.
They shouldn't even let that get to that position.
I agree. I definitely agree. So, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, Colsey, basically the same thing that Kev from Tally said, emphasis on the turnover margin, stopping the running game. I think that's, as far as Coach Colsey goes, I think that's the bread and butter this weekend. That's the main thing. If you can do that, you have a chance to win. If you don't do that and you come out with poor tackling, you run the risk of now you're going to have to get into a shootout. And you're probably going to have to score 40, 50 points just to get out of here with a win, knowing right now this offense is only averaging 19 points a game. Jackson State's averaging 35. So
But you also got to factor in who FAMU has played compared to Jackson State.
That's also true too.
Because FAMU's played Miami, and that is what Miami's top 5.
Miami's on the outside looking in, the top 5, top 6.
Top 6 now. I know Bama dropped out of the top 5.
Yeah, Bama's 7. I think Miami's 6 right now.
Miami's 6.
Yeah, Miami's 6. Yeah. Top 6 team in the country right now. I don't. There's a reason why Jackson State's been in, FAMU's been in some slugfest kind of games, but you got to factor in who they're playing and the style of play they need to use to win those games.
You know what, and I'm glad you said that too. That is perfect, Ace. Thank you.
And Will Davis just I teed him up and he just hit it out of the park right here. Right, this is basically it, right here. All you need.
Yes, because.
But this game, it shouldn't be a close game. But if it does become a close game, I think FAMU will handle it because they have the experience in those close games. See Norfolk State and see, who's that second team they played?
South Carolina State.
Yeah, South Carolina
Two teams, And it's like I told someone that was. It's like I told the guy HBCU nightly. I told him after the Norfolk State game, and even Buddy Pugh said this. Legendary coach of South Carolina State. FAMU is still built like a MEAC team. They will line you up in a phone booth. They will fight you.
Mm-hmm.
The SWAC teams do not have that. If there's any team that may be remotely close to it, or that was statistically supposed to be remotely close to it, you just played them last week. Jackson State's got a top tier or pretty decent offense. They do. Take nothing away from it. But
let me just say it, right? Right. Let's go. So the first game FAMU had, right? 24-23, Norfolk State, MEAC team, right?
mm-hmm.
Florida A&M, 22, South Carolina State, 18, MEAC team. Miami, top 6 team in the country, 56-9. Now we've seen what Miami's done to teams. 9 points against Miami is actually pretty good.
Yes.
Troy, 34-12. Troy's one of the best teams in the MAC nation.
Well, I wouldn't say Troy.
Well, I wouldn't say one of the best teams in the MAC, but it's not like a scrub team.
They're currently. Let's see, what is Troy currently? Troy is actually. They just lost last night.
I always thought they were MAC.
Troy's currently they're 1-6.
They're 1-6.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean that game. I hate to say it, but that game went about as I expected.
Still FBS. It's not like a scrub team or anything. Kind of. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, forget I said that last one, right? You think 28th season high scoring was against Alabama State, your first game in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying, the offense, the stats aren't showing it, but it's also based on what the style of plays they needed to play for those games. They finally played a SWAC team, put up 28. And that game, it really, let's be real, it started off kind of tight, but they didn't really need to go air raid, basically.
Yeah, no, that's true. And then plus, I mean, you factor in.
It wasn't a shootout. It wasn't a shootout type of game.
Yes. Your defense forced 3 takeaways in that game. One of them for a score. And this offense is showing the ability.
Just catch the ball.
Yeah.
Not dropping the big plays.
Yeah. No, I think it's the ability we've seen we've seen the ability of Daniel Richardson and Coach Henry in this offense to dish it to multiple different guys. You saw, yeah, exactly. You've seen Robert Lockhart get touches in this offense. You've seen Marquez Bell get touches. You've seen Ace Cobb come on as the wide receiver too. You've seen, of course, what Gassett can do. You've seen what Quan Lee can do, which, by the way, if you've seen Quan Lee's a UCF guy. If you've seen the amount of UCF guys that are hitting the portal right now, if I'm Coach Winham, who is the recruiting coordinator, I'd be all over it.
I still find that hilarious. Dion beat them boys so bad they hit the portal so fast.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, if you're FAMU, I'd be hitting up these UCF players in the portal right now. But yeah, you've shown the ability to spread the wealth around. I don't really necessarily think you don't really need a guy to go over 100 yards in this game. You just need guys to be dependable. But if they go over 100, they go over 100. You need dependability, consistency. And you need to just, unless that deep shot's there, take it. I would nickel and dime JSU to death.
And control the clock. Keep that if the offensive still on to just keep them off the field. Have nice long 8-10 play drives. Takes 6 minutes to write off the clock, 5-6 minutes off the clock. You're sitting good at that point. It's just sustaining the drives. Don't go 3 and out. And 1 minute, unlike certain teams, y'all know who I'm talking about.
See, why do you got to do that?
I'm a mood, when I want to be. I'll throw my shots when they need to be had. Shots are shot when they need to be shot.
Wow. Well,
put that's like that actually. That one, now that I run it back, shots are shots that need to be shot.
Shots are shots that need to be shot.
Yeah.
That what? That's good actually. I'm gonna put that down. Shots
that need to be shot.
Shot.
I agree.
Hold up, folks. We gotta put that down. Shots are shots that need to be shot.
Quote that. Quote that in the chat, someone.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Shots are shots that need to be shot.
Smackdown in Mississippi. Oh my god. That's a good one there.
That was good too.
Mississippi.
But back to what you said. Oh my gosh, it's still there. I was anticipating that. Okay, but back to what you said though about the time of possession. So against the 2-3, well now 2-3, 0-1 in the conference, Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M dominated the time of possession, 39-49 to 20 minutes and 11. And just still lost by 1 point, but outscored Jackson State 28-7 in the second half.
Now that is a key thing there. Second half adjustments. That just shows me they didn't make very good second half adjustments. I goes more into coaching, but speaking of second half adjustments, we'll talk about that later on.
That has you tickled. That has him tickled.
Bruh, this right here has been killing me all day. I am not feeling great, so I'm in a mood.
See,
is it like a raining sensation in the ear, or what is it?
Needles.
Oh, yeah, definitely a sinus infection.
Or maybe an ear infection.
Yeah.
Nah, it's sinus, but it's all good. I'm in a mood, but I can still shoot my shots at people that need to be, not doing it again.
Shots are shots that need to be shot. Yeah. So, shifting gears here to the one that's taking place in Itta Bena.
It's a good one, though.
Mainly running a spread.
I mean, if you're going to spread them out, it would help the run game, but that just means your offensive line won't have any help, and they need to handle the business on their own.
Yes. Yes. Now, I mean,
that would open up Daniel Richardson's running lanes. I would say that.
Yeah, no.
If you want to use him more as a dual threat in that sense, instead of pocket passing only.
He's got to get creative this week. He's going to get real creative. I'm hoping up to this point he hasn't really shown his hand. I mean, because I think if you show your hand this week and throw the sink at him, you have a shot too, and you could probably dissect him. I'm hoping that he's been studying hours of, which I'm sure he has, studying the hours of film necessary to pick them apart. And he's probably waiting until that one point in the game where it's like, I got him. We're gonna dissect him. I'm hoping that's what happens, but again, I'm just anticipating a dogfight. But the other one that's taking place this week is the one in Itta Bena, another Florida team traveling to Mississippi.
Battle of the losers.
So tell me, Ace, who wins the
It's
battle?
not the battle of the unbeaten, it's the battle of the winless idiots.
Oh, crap.
Damn.
Messed up. I was giving too much credit there.
Opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I guess I'm so
used to Mississippi Valley's winning that game.
Oh, man. Come on, dog.
Who is it? Mississippi?
I ain't got to worry about that. Mississippi Valley's trash, but Bethune is even worse.
Bethune in Mississippi?
Bethune and Mississippi Valley. Both are 0-6.
Oh.
Both suck.
Let's see here.
Level of suck than the other.
So Bethune's averaging 17 points a game, or 17.7, which rounds up to 18. So Bethune's averaging 18 points a game. And then you've got, on the other side, Mississippi Valley, who's averaging out at 13.5 points per game.
I don't care. Still Mississippi Valley.
Yeah, I'm with
home game. Home game, battle of two terrible teams. I'll take the home team.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And it's like, I've said it before.
That's a long drive when you think of Daytona all the way across to Mississippi. Yeah. On top of your team not being very good anyway, yeah.
This is Bethune's last chance to win a game.
For a win.
If they don't win this weekend,
they're
winning. Going 11.
Ooh.
It's going to happen. I'm sorry. It's going to happen.
It's,
And yeah, their only chance really this season, and they should have won it, was the Clark game. But they blew that lead, lost on a walk-off field goal. It's bad. But yeah, no, I'm like Ace. I'm going with Valley. But Mr. Sasser, who are you going with this week with that one? Bethune or Valley?
Bethune or Valley. I'm just gonna
Lonzo
say
Ball hit a 3 in his first game back.
I'm gonna say Bethune just because it's like, yeah, if you guys don't win that game either, I mean, I honestly, whoever wins and loses that game, one's gonna go 0-11, the other one's gonna probably at least just have some sort of redemption and like try to win the rest of the season if they do. But if they probably won't. Bethune.
At least somebody picked Bethune. Wow. No, I wasn't. I was
I'm gonna say it's gonna be like
nice.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be like one of those like kind of like shitty endings to a game where it's gonna be like a field goal, missed field goal, a missed field goal, or like what else could it be?
A shank. Yeah, it's gonna be a shank. Or like a fumble on the game like
Fumble,
on the 1 yard line or something.
Fumble on the 1 yard line.
I can see that though.
Some goofy like ass looking like play or like controversy.
I can see that. That makes sense. They're so bad. I could
controversial call. We'll give them 1 second left. 1 second. 1 second. Coach,
and they still screw it up.
Yeah. And fumble on the 1 yard line.
Like they hit it off, like they get like a double doink off the upright to get the win, and it just bounces back out.
Triple doink.
I don't even want to talk about that field goal that Tyler Bass. Oh my god, that thing.
Dude.
Oof.
Yeah, we don't mention that Monday night game.
Bills need a new kicker badly.
Nah, Roger. If Rodgers didn't stop looking at Garrett Wilson, I would have won. But Rodgers is. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna save myself for that.
But staying in the SWAC though, too, Ace, your team's looking like the team to be in the SWAC West. Currently, they've been impressive.
I'm not buying no stock in Alcorn. I refuse. I've been burned.
Look,
they're the Dallas Cowboys.
They are 4-3, 3-0 in the SWAC West, sitting pretty in first. They still have to play Southern, who's 2-0 in the SWAC West, and they play Southern actually, funny enough, this weekend.
All right, I'll say this: if they beat Southern, I'll be into that. But man, I've been
it's in Baton Rouge though.
When you think Alcorn's got it figured out, and you put the chips on the table for them, they somehow find a way to mess it up. Saying it nice as I can.
Which, folks, for those of you watching, if you're wondering why he's saying this, every time he picks Alcorn to win, they lose. And when he picks them to lose, they win. So it's kind of been a little back and forth. It all started with, what was it, 3 years ago?
I think it was Alcorn and I think it was a MEAC SWAC challenge.
No, it was Alcorn. I remember that was like a Thursday night game.
Yeah.
And it was like Alcorn was supposed to walk away easily with that win over Pine Bluff, and then they blew it and they lost.
That was 21, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, if it works for them, it works for them. I don't care at this point anymore with them.
Yeah, no, and it has so far. So I mean, right now, if I had to pick someone, I'm taking Alcorn to win that game.
I think Alcorn will win it, but I ain't picking them to win it. Or you know what? I'll pick them to win it just to see if the theory's right.
Even though that game's not on our slate this weekend, on our slate, I understand. I'm with you.
All right, college football time.
All right, so
we're going to do the best for last with the NFL. I have words to say about the NFL stuff.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, we can keep this train rolling. Hold on. Wait, geez, where's it at? Let me find it. All right, so yeah, keep this train rolling and stuff. So that being said, I guess we can go ahead and pull up the slate for this week. It's a very interesting one. Where is it at? Let me go ahead and share it. You got 10 good ones this weekend. So you have surprise, surprise. You have Nebraska and Illinois, not in Indiana,
Indiana.
which is a surprisingly interesting game this weekend. You've got the Jackrabbits and the Bison. Another
Battle
FC.
of the Dakota.
Yes. And then you've got Miami and Louisville.
Miami.
You've also got Virginia and Clemson. And then, of course, the battle of the two winless wonders right there. No, that's. Oh God, I want that game to end in like a wacky way, like Dalton said. I really do now. I wasn't thinking about it before, but I really do.
Or watch like the games like Georgia and Texas, Alabama, Tennessee. Watch those games and in a controversy as well, because you know it's going to spark so much debate with people in both fan bases. In general.
I gotta wonder. Since you mentioned Alabama, I gotta wonder if Jalen Milroe's hurt, man. I think he's playing hurt.
You think so?
I don't know. He's just not throwing it the same way he was throwing it against Georgia.
Or even Vandy. When he played Vandy, it just didn't seem like it was like.
Well, yeah, it was like kind of like two different guys.
Yeah. No, it did. It did look like two different people.
He might have sustained an injury to his throwing shoulder. Maybe.
I don't know. I'm just like hypothetical kind of thing. Cause like I don't know, just like he was. I don't know if it's like he rose to the occasion for the Georgia game, and then like once he hit that high, it's just like none of the games don't get you hyped up the same way anymore or something. I don't know. It's just Milroe just not playing to the same level he did when he played at Georgia. But then again, it's like the whole Alabama team on a whole is now playing the same when they did when they played Georgia.
Well, a lot of it.
That's a Kalen DeBoer thing. He needs to get them out of that headspace and say just because you beat Bama don't mean you're champions yet.
And see, that's where I think a lot of people show the striking comparison and differences between Saban and DeBoer. Like you'll see, like Saban was coaching all the way to the last tick of the clock, and then even in victory, I think because Greg McElroy said it, even in victory in that 2009 national championship game against Texas, like Greg McElroy was saying, Nick Saban was still critiquing us even though we won, saying they didn't do this, they didn't do that right. It was a lot of mistakes made still. It wasn't a clean
difference
game.
in a good coach and a bad coach.
Yeah.
Tell somebody exactly what I'm thinking about.
Every second you mention that, we're getting closer and closer to it. It's incredible.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I enjoy it. But yeah, no, I mean, even the whole handling the Malachi Moore situation too, like that. You listen.
That thing, like the captain shouldn't be behaving like that, but like you gotta do.
It's you look back to what we played last week with Damian Harris and
Damian Harris.
Like what he said really stood out. How him, Minka, Ashawn Robinson, all those guys would have had the C taken off of Malachi Moore's chest. It would have been off. Because captains don't handle themselves that way.
Mm-hmm.
The captain is supposed to be the leader. The captain's supposed to be the guy that is the most composed in victory and in defeat. You have to handle. You're the one guys look up to.
You're the squad. They go to you. But anyways,
and it's a lot of growth needing to be had and stuff. And this is where I kind of wish Chad was here to kind of explain to all of us how the Bama fans are feeling after that.
Mm-hmm.
He would have told it like it is.
Yeah, FAMU Jackson State. That LSU Arkansas game, it's gonna be close, but it's gonna be weird.
It always is weird. Every year. Actually.
Hopefully Coach Henry's not distracted by that game. Anyways.
Nah, well, that one's late at night. Both of these are actually late at night. Well, actually, this is like the 7:30 game. Georgia, Texas. I think LSU Arkansas is around like 3:30. I think.
No, I'm saying, remember Coach Henry? Like, he's Coach LSU, and then he was from Arkansas. Like, hopefully, don't get distracted.
Yeah. No. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
He'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. I'm just messing. Anyway,
Yeah.
Georgia, Texas.
Here's one for you.
Should I say it or should I not say it about Texas? If they start off slow against Georgia, number 16's coming.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes. I was hoping to see him get some playtime in the Red River rivalry last week, but I guess not. It's okay.
That was a political decision there for him not to come out. I don't know. This 2025 draft class, man, for quarterbacks especially, it's just they have so much promise, and yet they make the most boneheaded decisions when the game's on the line. Looking at you, Mr. Walker Howard, Nico Iowa, whatever the hell your name is, from Tennessee. Quinn Ewers, looking at you, Shedeur Sanders.
I'm Iowa, but yeah, can't say
y'all know who I'm talking about, but I can't say his name, so I'm not even bothered. And also Cam Ward. Cam Ward makes some boneheaded decisions too.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Tennessee QB, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't pronounce that kid's name either.
Yeah, but y'all know what I mean though. These quarterbacks they look, how do I say this? They have the arm talent. They have like Shedeur, right? Shedeur has the accuracy, the arm talent, everything you need. Except he just takes the most boneheaded sacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you fix that. And then you got Dion running his mouth right behind him, which is a whole issue with that. It's kind of like if you want to draft LaMelo Ball or something, you have to deal with LeVar Ball. It's pretty much the same thing if you want to draft Shedeur.
Daddy Ball.
Which we'll talk about that more in the NFL section with a certain team that's going to have a top 5 pick in a minute. But also Cam Ward, his cross-body throws are going to catch up to him. He's not Josh Allen. Eventually, that will catch up to him. Quinn Ewers, great deep balls, and sometimes he just makes the most boneheaded decisions, short, intermediate parts of the field. I don't know what he'd be thinking sometimes. Riley Leonard would have been a first-round pick last year. He won to Notre Dame. I don't know what's he doing up there right now. Notre Dame is kind of up, and then they make some boneheaded plays, and then they lose the game. So that's a whole different issue.
Robbed $1.4 million, $1.2 million.
Walker Howard sliding at the end of the Oregon game. I don't know what he was doing with that. I mean, I get you have a timeout, but get down early. You know, you have they should have you watch like Breeze, Brady, man. They have those internal clocks in the head to know how much time is always on the clock. So they're always in control of the game, right? Because they know awareness. Situational football awareness, right? That's football IQ 101. Mm-hmm. This man sliding with 3 seconds or like 1 second. No, I think he slid at 0, didn't he?
He slid at 0, or like with 2 seconds, and then like they couldn't call a timeout because they had this. Like either way, it would have ran off.
Exactly. So I mean, like these guys, I don't know what they be thinking. Like this class, like you going from 2024, you had actually let's start it back. 2023. You had Stroud running that class, right? Bryce Young. He's in a terrible situation. Anthony Richardson, been hurt, can throw a dot 60 yards away, cannot throw an out route 5 yards away. So he's boomer bust right now. He still has to develop. Will Levis is a disaster. We all agree, right? He's a disaster right now.
Tennessee is a disaster, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say Tennessee's a disaster, but I mean,
DeAndre Hopkins will get traded next week.
Oh, you mean the Titans? Yeah.
Oh. Titans, yeah.
And Calvin Ridley might ask for a trade even though he just signed there. That's how much of a disaster that Tennessee offense is right now. But there was no other quarterbacks taken between Anthony Richardson and Will Levis, or I'm forgetting somebody. Before I move on to the 24 class.
I don't think so.
Am I forgetting somebody? No, I don't think I am. Anyway, moving on. 2024 class, right? You had Caleb. He started off slow as hell, beating up on some crappy-ass teams, but we won't get into that yet. That's the NFL talk. Jaden Daniels, 24 years. Well, he was, 23 or 24 coming out? He's around the same age as Cam Ward, actually, I think. Mm-hmm. Might be. anyways, so they coming out more polished, whatnot, and he makes the right decisions. He's not like how Cam Ward will make a bonehead play. Not Jaden Daniels knows when to get the ball out of his hand, and if he has a couple more pieces there, they probably beat Baltimore. But then again, Baltimore is the best team right. Well, they look like the best team right now, and nobody's stopping Derrick Henry for some. That man's just a freak. But moving on to the next guy off the board. Well, Penix, we know his situation. JJ McCarthy hurt, and now you got Bo Nix, who, how do I say this nicely without offending anybody?
Coming along.
Yeah. I guess that's a nice way to put it.
Wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy. I can see that. I'm gonna just say mid. He's been mid.
I'm gonna say.
There's no other way to put it. People say Sean Payton's a genius of drafting quarterback. Man, drafted Garrett Grayson and Ian Book. Please, let's not get there.
Yeah, he did.
Thank you, Will Davis. You see division mid. Yeah. Anyways, continuing on my soliloquies here. Then you go into Spencer Rattler. Man got nobody to throw to. Holy shit! Like, I mean, you had a terrible offensive line in South Carolina. You had Xavier Legette, who would be better than everybody he's throwing it to in New Orleans right now, which is crazy to say that. Well, actually, I guess it's not too crazy because I guess like C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields had crazy weapons when they're on Ohio State. So did Bryce Young. So it's not rare to have better talent in college than when you go into the NFL. But like he had terrible offensive line, so he knew how to handle himself when he goes to the NFL and you're getting hit almost every play when the defense coordinator is like, oh, first half he didn't realize the Saints offensive line was non-existent. He decided to blitz him in the second half. Oh my God, that second half adjustment. So we'll get into that later. But yeah, so you get what I'm saying, right? These quarterbacks, while they have the flaws, they have traits that they took from college that they're using to succeed in the NFL.
Yeah.
None of them have terrible situational football awareness, though. Whoa, my camera just went blurry. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say you went blurry for a little while. You're still.
Oh no, that's crazy. Anyway, oh yeah, all these quarterbacks in this class, they just have terrible situational football awareness. I don't know how they're gonna get out of that, but when you watch the two classes before them, this one is kind of like a 2022 class. Actually, more like 2021 class.
And someone's gonna put their stock into this draft class, and
this draft class gives me 21 vibes, more than 22 vibes. Like, there's gonna be 5 guys who go in the first round, and 4 of them are gonna be on a different team in 3 years,
possibly. And
the one who stays on the current team is mid as hell. Trevor Lawrence.
And one of the main ones for this 2025 class plays in Knoxville this weekend. So you got Jalen Milroe and
Nico I can't say his name. I'm not bothering. I don't want to offend nobody.
Liava. However you spell it.
Why is my camera so crappy? Come on, move it back. It'll figure itself out.
But yeah, so will Alabama avoid heartbreak again in the state of Tennessee?
Yep.
They need to get the hit out of their ass, and they'll be fine.
I still think it'll be a close game. It probably might come down to a field goal again.
I think it might go, field goal overtime.
It'll come down to a field goal, and then if Tennessee wins, then that freaking thing's going in the Tennessee River again. I'm calling it. They're gonna do it. They already did it at the Vandy game. They did it 2 years. Was it 2 years ago or is it a year ago?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago when they
beat Alabama, and they literally took that damn thing and threw it in the Tennessee River. Yeah, they're gonna probably do that.
There we go. Fixed it.
That place is gonna be crazy this weekend. And I mean, again, the whole slate this week is just super crazy. I mean, you basically
have the slate, and just even like the amount of teams that are undefeated, not just like the hottest teams that we know.
But we all agree Ashton Genty's winning the Heisman, right?
Oh, 100%. Did you? I'm glad you.
He will be a top 10 pick in this draft.
Did you see what Travis Hunter said?
I don't know what Travis said, but I saw this man pass protect. Yeah, that man's gonna be a top 10 pick.
Yeah. So Travis Hunter said, "Well, if I had 95 receptions, like how he has 95 carries, I'd have the best wide receiver season ever." But at the same time, too, I'm like,
That
well,
doesn't not how it works, there, buddy boy.
exactly. I'm like,
I mean, the man might have 95 carries, but you also see how many yards that man's getting on those 95 carries.
exactly. He's on pace for what, like a 3,000, 4,000 yard season. And it's like, you can't go based off of ifs. I get it. You feel some type of way. You feel like you're better than him, but
How do I say this, right? For running backs, they get that ball directly in their stomach, and then they can create. There is no, when you're playing wide receiver, you have snap, quarterback has the ball, then you have to deal with the coverages around you, where a team can either triple team you or double team you, maybe quadruple team, bracket, however you want to do it. That you have to factor in. The throw has to be perfect to be in your vicinity to be able to catch the ball. On top of you actually catching the ball in traffic, whether you're getting hit on sideline, whatever.
mm-hmm.
So there is way more variables when you're a wide receiver to get those stats on 95 receptions than it is to be a running back just taking it in your stomach or on a pitch.
And then factor in the fact too, Genty doesn't even like get in a regular running back stance. He stands there literally like Michael Myers.
He's just like, boom, just give me, I'm gone.
I know, he literally just stands there and then he goes crazy like this. So yes, I think right now, if I had to put a vote in for the Heisman, it's him, easily. Speaking of which, I'd like to know what the rest of Boise State's schedule looks like, because I know I'm pretty sure Boise State has like one loss on the season. 5-1. They play UNLV, Sandy. Yeah, they play at UNLV on Friday night in a couple weeks or next week, and then they play Friday night against San Diego State, and then they play Nevada. Then they got to go to San Jose. Then they play at Wyoming, and then they host Boise State Thanksgiving weekend on Black Friday. Honestly, if they get by UNLV, they're in the playoff. They get by UNLV, I think they're getting in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
the committee, as long as they have like one loss at maximum. Well, let me rephrase it. The committee will get them in, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're going to handle business against UNLV, so it's a moot point anyway.
Yeah, and right now they are, according to the ESPN Power Index, they're 64.4% chance of victory.
I will say this though: the Pac-12. I don't know if they've done it yet, but the Pac-12 or Pac-2, I should rephrase it. The Pac-2 should be on the phones with the AD of Boise State, making sure they get them in.
I think they already sent them in.
They already are? I don't know. I remember hearing something about it, so I didn't know if it was confirmed or not. I'm just saying they need to make sure that's set in stone, written down, get it going, boom. Take that publicity of Boise State and just run with it, Pac-12. Because the Pac-12 needs some help still.
So the schools that will be added are Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Utah State, and then Gonzaga as well.
That's crazy. Gonzaga was never a Pac-12 school. They like, for how good they are in basketball, they should have already been a Pac-12 school.
Yes, no, they should have. Honestly, they should have immediately came in as all those other schools were leaving, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, that's wild. But yeah, Boise State, been a while. Been a minute, a solid minute since Boise State's been this good. So they need to be running with it.
Someone said, I can't believe this is the first time Boise State's been this good in a while. I'm like, sir, were you not around in the early 2000s and then into the late 2000s, like when Boise State?
Hey, you realize that's over 10 years ago now.
Yeah, I know, it's true. There's a lot of people weren't around.
2010 was 14 years ago.
Don't say that. God, stop it. Stop.
Now you're making me feel older. Seriously?
I know, dude.
I'm not old as y'all, but yeah.
Oh. All right. You know what?
Let's get these picks done. This is what, Nebraska?
Indiana.
Ooh.
I want to take Indiana, but I feel Nebraska is gonna win it.
Oh, so you're going with baby Mahomes?
Now that you say that, give me Indiana.
Nah, come on. You don't like Danny
cringe,
Rayola?
man. I can't take the cringe.
Come
I'm
on.
just saying,
If anybody, I do not think anybody could be more corny than Jason Tatum. And yet here we are with this dude Rayola.
No, that dude does look like a Mahomes kind of copycat. Just like look.
Like he
He's got the look.
He purposely
Like, you know how Tatum purposely tries to do everything like Kobe or whatever? Like, it's annoying as hell.
Yeah.
But at least Tatum has some uniqueness to him. Nah, this dude Rayola just like straight up trying to copy and paste Timu Mahomes type shit.
Well, you're absolutely correct. Yes. Yeah. They do need one more full member. They do need one
Now,
more
the next game, I think North Dakota gets it.
Yeah, North Dakota.
Okay. So we're both going with North Dakota
Miami,
State here.
Virginia.
I'm going with the Jackrabbits.
Wait, what's Virginia's record? I feel like I wouldn't be shocked if the Jackrabbits win though. Hold on, let me check Virginia's record. I might be mixing up with Virginia Tech.
I think they're 4-2.
Yeah, they're 4-2. They lost to Louisville, beat Boston College, and they beat Coastal Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me Clemson though. I think Clemson dropped 50 last week.
Yeah, I think we're getting the Clemson Miami ACC championship. Wait, Mr. Sassy, you said you're going with Miami?
Miami, yeah.
And then this next one, Virginia and Clemson.
Virginia, Clemson. Hold on. I'm kind of thinking Virginia. Yeah, I'm going Virginia.
Ooh, okay.
Going Virginia.
All right, we all know Mississippi Valley.
Yeah.
Wait, so you going Valley now? I thought you were going Bethune.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Bethune. Sorry. I don't know by the logo. I couldn't tell by the logos.
All right, so now Notre Dame and Georgia Tech.
Notre Dame 5-1, Georgia Tech 5-2. Notre Dame look like they got the act together. I ain't gonna lie, so I'm gonna take Notre Dame.
Same.
How's Riley Leonard been doing? 16, 22, 3 TDs. Yeah, he's still gonna be a first round pick probably. But then again, most Notre Dame quarterbacks just don't work out. That's the only issue. If he came out from Kentucky, I think I would have been more high on him than him coming out from Notre Dame. I just don't trust Notre Dame quarterbacks. Looking at you, Deshaun Kaiser.
I mean, the last great Notre Dame QB was Joe Montana. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Sass.
Oh, actually, looking at you, Ian Book. Whatever. Alabama, Tennessee, Alabama.
Wait, no, he didn't make his pick.
For me, it's a no-brainer. Tennessee.
Wait, what about the one before that?
I said Fighting Irish.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear you. You got to remember, we're old here, man. We're not like Ace. We're hard of hearing.
Fucking over each other too.
I'll say FAMU now. I'll give my score prediction later.
Okay, fair. Wait, are you taking Bama or
Bama?
Okay.
Tennessee almost lost to Florida. I am not taking them again. Well, then again, Alabama almost lost to who did they lose again? Not Vanderbilt.
Almost lost to South Carolina.
Lost to Vanderbilt.
South Carolina,
yeah, but that was in South Carolina though. But this game was also in Tennessee.
That was in Tuscaloosa.
That was in Tuscaloosa?
Yep.
Shit, give me Tennessee. Well, Tennessee still almost lost to Florida though.
As they always do every year. They always
do.
Or they lose, and when they lose, they fight each other. I think that happened last year.
Yeah, it happened last year in the swamp.
Yeah.
I want to say Alabama, but I know somewhere Tennessee's probably going to win this game.
Honestly, dang, that is. I'm gonna roll with Alabama. I'm going with the more consistent brand. Alabama's been consistent. I think Alabama's gonna find a way.
All right, Jalen Milroe and Ryan Williams, don't let me down. I'll take Bama.
I'll give my pick Saturday for FAMU and Jackson State. Ace, I mean not Ace. Mr. Sasser, who are we going with?
Wait, for the FAMU. FAMU.
Okay.
And for this next one, I'm going to go ahead and say Razorbacks.
So Razorbacks are taking home the Golden Boot.
I think they're going to, yeah. I would be shocked and also smiling ear to ear if they beat LSU. But I still think LSU might walk away from that.
Jeez, what LSU do to you?
Nothing. I just don't like their fans. I hate their fans.
Hey, I don't hate nobody's fans except certain teams. Yes, I can't say that.
Fans are, sorry, not hate. They're annoying.
All right, Ace, Golden Boot on the line. Who are we taking?
LSU. Arkansas already burned me. Was into Texas A&M, so I'm taking LSU.
Yeah, fair. And then the primetime one right there, Georgia and Texas.
Texas. Actually, wait.
No, wait.
Is there any way I can have a clause in this pick?
Can you have a clause?
Yeah.
Is this a contract?
What if we say? What if
we
say
a condition?
Tie?
Okay, a condition pick.
What's the condition pick?
If Arch Manning comes in, I'm taking Texas.
Well, I mean, okay, but what if he comes in and Texas is probably up by like 30? Or what if he comes in and Texas is down by 30?
Georgia.
That'd probably be one of the greatest comebacks, and it'd be automatically like, you know what, he's a first round pick. He's gonna be everything that his uncles were.
Georgia.
And the leg's gonna continue.
Georgia winning.
Fair. Okay.
I'm saying Texas. Texas is going to remain undefeated.
I don't think Quinn giving them. Quinn got to bounce back for them to win.
I will say though, there's always a team out there. For Peyton, it was Florida. Peyton never beat Florida, but there's always a team out there that typically tends to, have Manning's number.
So Arch not even playing in this game. Still Quinn.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you're right. I think a lot of people wanted to see
Texas is number one though. They did blow out Oklahoma, so I can't say like they're scrubs or anything. Quinn played 20-29, 1 tud, 1 pick. They do have a good running game. What was Georgia's last game? How'd they bounce back versus Alabama? I don't even think they played last week.
They played Mississippi State.
Barely beat Mississippi State.
I think, and I'll say this. I think a lot of us need to come to the realization that league is just tough.
Texas won.
So you're flipping to Texas?
Yeah, I'm gonna just take Texas with Quinn. Carson Beck in the clutch. Nobody believes in that. Sorry, loser. Mumbling about that.
Okay, and that is all the picks. I guess we'll save y'all's score predictions for FAMU and Jackson State.
Yeah, y'all want to throw a shot at USF or not? I don't think it's already a 58-minute mark. I don't feel like dealing with USF right now. They're sorry.
Jeez.
Keep starting this stupid Bryce Archie. Bryce Archie sucks. There's a reason why they play 2 sports. They're not good in either one.
So now it's you know what I'm going to do now. I'm going over to it, flipping over to it. We're going to do this.
While you're doing
all right, which one y'all want to start with?
Oh no, hold on. Wait. You got to wait for it now. Hold on.
Great.
I got to bring it up because
while you're bringing that up, I just want to give a prediction here. No.
I'm not bringing that up. I'm bringing up something else.
No, that's fine. I know we're going to go on the NFL, but this is still like a last-minute prediction on college real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
What if Texas loses to Georgia, and what if Alabama loses or wins to Tennessee this week? Will we see?
I don't get it.
Like as far as like the AP poll, like I'm looking at the AP poll in the standing.
If
like,
that happens, Ohio, no, not Ohio State.
like, where's there? Where do we think like,
Oregon
all the
would go
teams
to
are gonna
number
pick?
one.
Oregon's number one.
Oregon's number one.
Yeah, Oregon's number one. I think.
Well, you think Georgia and Alabama, if they lose, will they drop out of the top 10 completely?
They'll put them at 11 and 12.
So
there's too much money in Alabama and Georgia to keep them out.
11 and 12 would be Tennessee and Notre Dame.
They would both.
No, if Notre Dame wins, Notre Dame would be like 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at that same time, yeah, I think if that happens, it goes Oregon, Penn State, somehow Ohio State, but I think Miami should go then to 3.
We're talking about this, and now I just realized I'm gonna need a bigger whiteboard this year, guys.
You are.
I have to go buy a new whiteboard. My whiteboard is too small for 12 teams.
Yeah.
And scenario ABC, we're gonna have to have like a separate podcast, like episode, like a pre-recorded episode of just scenarios A, B, C, D, and Doomsday.
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm down.
Y'all remember that was fun last year.
That was.
That got everybody thinking, but you know where I'm coming from now. Engage.
Shot needs to be shot when a shot needs to be taken.
Oh, wait. Here it goes. Here you go.
Shot's a shot that needs to be shot. Yep.
Jesus.
Hey, Sean Payton. I'm gonna say this. Put up full screen for me. Wait.
How do I? Oh, wait. There we go. Wait. How do I? Can I move you? Wait. Hold on. Put it on full screen. Wait. Dang it. I thought I did it. Whatever. What happened to you guys? Oh, wait.
No, wait.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Okay. I don't know why.
I'm going to put myself here, and then I'm going to do this. Here we go. Sean Payton, I've given you some hell the last 2 years. You've been an asshole the last 2 years. I need you to do me one favor tomorrow night. Beat the absolute brakes off of Dennis Allen's defense. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you pull out every single trick you have in the book. Bro, I'm going to be booing you, but I need you to just do the city of New Orleans one last favor and just drop 40 or 50 on the Saints defense. Pretty please, thank you from me and like a good amount of Saints fans, because if the Saints get blown out this week, Dennis Allen needs to be fired. He should have been fired after today, Monday. He should have been fired Monday, but the Saints have a short week. That's the only reason I think he even has a job still.
God,
your defense only missed two starters, so one started total, and you got 50 dropped on you.
Out for the season now too.
Shahid's done for the year. Olave's got his 3rd concussion in 3 years and 4th in 5 years. That's a different story. He needs to switch helmets to the Speed Flex for the full time because Garrett Wilson has no issues with concussions like he does, and wear a Guardian cap. I don't care. He's got to switch it up. That shut helmet he's gotten 3 concussions with that thing on. He needs to switch it. Anyways, back to my original thing about this.
Facts.
Back to this. You as a Saints team, right? You let Baker Mayfield go 9-9 to start the game, I think, right?
Yeah.
He went 9-9. He literally, how do I say this to keep it PG? I'm trying to think of how do I word this PG to describe what Baker did to that defense in the first try?
Mollywopped?
Nah, I'll just say he raw dogged them. Nah, he raw dogged them.
No. Mollywopped, wiped the floor with the defense.
Yep. Belt B2A. That's what that first drive was. Just literally walk straight down the field, scored a touchdown, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, however you want to say it. Go back to kindergarten because that's what the Saints defense looked like. A bunch of kindergartners running around, not knowing his left from his right. They tackled like if they were a FAMU defense. They hit him, bounced straight off like a ping pong ball. That in the NFL is inexcusable. You are a defensive head coach and you let 50 get dropped on your head. You are allowing the most points in the NFL. But I don't even know how to keep on going with this. Like, we know Spencer Rattler made his first career start or whatnot. Your offense is missing a lot of pieces. We understand that. That has nothing to do with what your side of the ball is. You are a defensive head coach. I don't care how many injuries are on the offensive side of the ball. We don't expect you to win, but we don't expect you to get 50 dropped on your head like a bunch of. Let me shut up. On that part. How else I would say about that? Oh yeah. So I talked about these second half adjustments, right? So Todd Bowles in the second quarter got dog walked by Spencer Rattler, right?
Yeah, he got
He
creative.
realized he realized he was a rookie with no interior offensive line and no wide receivers to throw it to. Oh my God, what a second half adjustment. Blitz the hell out of him every play. What were the same second half adjustments? Oh, I see. Still not with Marshawn Trevor with Mike Evans. Alante and Paulson and Debo did not know how to tackle from the left and the right, bouncing off ping pong balls. Your defensive line got pushed around like nothing. Cam Jordan looks like an ancient skeleton who needs to retire.
You know, a lot of people have been saying that actually.
Saints fans ready for him to retire.
Yeah,
He's just
time.
bad. He's bad. He's so bad. And like your defense, you had what's his name? Sean Tucker, right?
Yeah, Sean Tucker.
About to say Sean Tucker. That's a different asshole. Anyway, Sean Tucker, what, 17 career rushing yards or something like that on the season or something like that? And then 144 dropped on you. That one was a fireable offense. There were 3 fireable offenses by Dennis Allen's defense, or by Dennis Allen. First fireable offense was getting 50 dropped on you. I don't know if that didn't get it. That should have got you fired. Second one, letting a guy with 17 rushing yards get 144 on you. That's not fireable. I don't know what is. Third one. Oh, okay, keep going.
No, I was gonna say now in Sean Tucker's defense, I like knowing the story of that. He came into the league with a heart condition, which a lot of teams stayed away from him. But Jason Light and that front office were determined to get him if nobody drafted him, and they paid him slightly more than what you would normally pay an undrafted free agent. In the result that it would lead to this. So with Rashad White out, he took advantage of the opportunity, and he ran like this at Syracuse. He did run like this at Syracuse. It was only a matter of time for a coming out party, and now he's come out, and it's well, you know what happened. Continue.
All right, continue back. Cool. All right, back to the third fireable offense was you lost 4 straight. Started 2-0. You said this nonsense right there.
Oh, let me zoom in on it. Let me zoom in on it.
Zoom in? Okay. First, zoom in. Show a stupid ass face.
Oh.
There you go. That's for you right there with that stupid ass face. Anyway, now scroll down to the bottom.
Why does he kind of look like Bill Burr a little bit, though? I mean, like in that photo, it's just like, yeah, like it looks like you're like, yeah.
Pop out. Sometimes you just gotta pop out and show them. Oh, guess what? You got popped out and shown up in your own house twice. No, wait, hold on. They lost in Atlanta, right?
Yes, they did. It was like 28-26, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So that game, Derek Carr. I'll say this, right? Derek Carr led them to a game-winning drive, and then guess what it is? The defense lost that game. I will say this. I hate Derek Carr, right? But I will say this. Credit where credit was due. He led them to a game-winning drives against the Eagles and the Falcons, and the defense is what lost both games. There were no ifs, ands, or buts. You were a defensive head coach, and your defense lost both games. That should have got you fired right there. Then you lost. Who did they lose to last week, right?
They lost to. So last week, well, not the Bucs game. Last week,
Kansas City.
Lost.
Kansas City. Mahomes was like sucking so bad. No Rashee Rice, no Isaiah Pacheco, no Hollywood Brown. You let Mahomes throw 300 yards to a guy who had not had 100 yards rushing since COVID, and Juju Smith-Schuster, who also not had 100 yards since Big Ben was throwing him the ball.
Yeah, Mahomes didn't even have a TD pass. He had 1 interception.
And you still let them dog walk you.
Yeah.
So that is your third fireable offense. I had another like 10 fireable offenses right there. But if Mickey Loomis wasn't on the will of the Saints owner, or I think he's probably clapping the cheeks too, but that's a different story. But he's probably on the will, so that's why Mickey Loomis wouldn't get fired. But if that was any other team, he should get fired too. but he's not. And he's saying, "Oh, sometimes you have to look past the results and look at the details." Well, I just said the details. The defense is what lost all 4 of those games.
Well,
So if we're gonna look past the results of the win-losses and look at the reasons why they lost those games, that man right there is the center of it. Cool. All right, guys, my soliloquy is done on the Saints. Let's move on. Unless you all have anything else to say about them.
The goofy
All right,
ass
so-
over.
Jesus.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
God.
You say your soliloquies, I say my one-liners. I'm just like,
We're good with that.
God.
I
I
don't
throw the
talk about
shots.
head-
Don't
I
just throw.
I
the
don't
dunks.
talk about head coaches. Like, you guys throw shots at head coaches. I just say, like, damn, yeah.
He
that
dunks
dude
on
looks
him.
Like,
I shoot those long 3-pointer kind of things. Don just dunks on him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. He does. Like I said,
I'm the
he's
Steph.
dangerous.
Don's a LeBron, but it's all good. We work out like that. That's how we work.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. What you throw the alley and then he just slams it home.
Jordan knows. I mean, I used to dunk. Not really.
I'm not going to do this with y'all tonight. So with that being said, too, we have a Monday nighter that's really interesting now between the Bucks and the Ravens. So a couple of stats here that we got, or not that one. So you have the top 5
Wait,
receiving.
go back. This one. Oh, okay. This is receiving yards for week 6.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the reason why my fantasy team lost right there. Is because that stupid ass bubble screen merchant, but we won't get into that.
Well, hey, you talking about Shaheed? I think because I have him. I feel like I need to.
Yeah,
drop
he tore his
him.
meniscus. He's probably done for the year.
I probably need to drop him now.
Yes.
You probably should. Yeah, my fantasy team 102 more points than the second highest scoring team. Jordan got second highest at what 709 or something like that. And my team's got like 811 or something like that. And I'm 2-4, and he's like 4-2 or some crap like that. I'm like, bro, this shit BS. And then Justin Fields. Actually, let's talk about this Monday night game, and then I'll talk about Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Before I go into that whole one.
Well, you want to talk about Justin Fields and Russell Wilson?
No, let's talk about this first. Let's talk about this Monday night
yeah,
game
yeah.
before we talk about fantasy and distractions.
Yeah. So as far as
This
Monday
is
night
probably the
goes-
best game of the week.
Say again.
This is probably the best game of the week.
Oh yeah, dude. You got two.
This is not the ESPN Plus exclusive, right? One of them is an ESPN Plus exclusive. I don't know which one.
That will be the Chargers and the Cardinals. That'll be on ESPN Plus, but this one will be on.
Yeah.
This
ABC,
one Monday
Maybe
night.
something clutch on that.
It's on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Plus.
Yeah, the Manning Cast will be on it, as well as ABC's Monday Night Football, of course, on ESPN. So on 3 different platforms. This one's gonna be must watch. It's 2 explosive offenses, man, and I think this one's gonna be emotional. It's going to be physical. I say it's going to be emotional because of the fact that you have the Bucks coming back to Tampa for the first time since Hurricane Milton. In that factor, it already means a whole lot. It means a whole lot. So I think the Bucks are going to come out juiced again to play. And then for Baltimore, you have an unstoppable.
Just don't take no
offense.
headshots at guys, please. That just ruins the game.
Yeah, no, honestly.
That 100% was targeting, but I'm not gonna go back into that game.
The thing is, what's funny is targeting doesn't get you ejected in the NFL.
No, but it is a penalty and a big ass fine. But
True.
Which to me, I'm like, it's mind-boggling. Like, how are you not ejected?
I think you got to do something. I've seen Quan
Alexander. If it's bang bang, I understand that, right? But this one was he waited and targeted that spot on the side of the head, so that's different. But anyways, back to this game.
So top
Mark Andrews looks healthy now. Like after that car crash he had in training camp, he looks like he's getting there back now.
Yeah.
You still got Isaiah Likely, even though they didn't really use him against Washington. They really didn't need to.
Dude, that haven't really
the
been
biggest one is how that Ravens interior offensive line is gonna hang with Vita Vea and that healthy Bucks D line now. Because if they're going to get those run lanes open for Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry can do stuff by himself, but he still needs some holes to run through.
Yeah. Now
So that's going to be the determining factor in that game.
The thing that interests me though is like, there's always been one team that's, even when Derrick Henry was at Tennessee, there's always been one team that's always been hard for Derrick Henry to run against, and it has been the Bucs defense because of the presence of Vita Vea and the fact that the Bucs get 11 hats to the football because of that's just how Todd Bowles is. Probably one of the best defensive minds. He's kind of a head scratcher at times, but again, one of the best defensive minds. But yeah, top 5 receiving yards, Zay Flowers and Chris Godwin. Top 5 passing yards from the past week, separated by 2 yards in difference, Baker and Lamar Jackson. And then skip over Bill. What'd you call him again?
Bill Burr.
Skip over Bill Burr right here. And you got the top 5 rushing yards right here, which sets up Sean Tucker and Derrick Henry.
Damn.
Hold on for a moment. Let's just pause it and look at the fact that the RB2 of Atlanta had 105 yards. Who the hell did Atlanta play last week?
Carolina.
Okay, that's why I have no idea what happened to Atlanta this past week. Okay. Shut up. That's crazy with Sean Tucker, though. Good for him.
Yeah, dude.
But that's also another fireable offense for Dennis Allen, but we won't get into that back again.
Yeah, dude,
Bucks, what are the Bucks going to do with Rachaad White? They look pretty good with Bucky Irving and Sean Tucker. So somebody should be calling for them. I don't know who, but somebody needs a running back.
So a lot of people, because I actually listened to Bucks Total Access on the radio. I was driving back, was coming back here actually yesterday, and they had Todd Bowles on and the Bucks running back coach, and they were all saying, this is actually an excellent problem to have, because now not only can they call him now Buck and Tuck, but you've also got Rachaad White when he comes back into the fold, and everyone around here has been saying the same thing. It's like Rachaad White is your pass catching back. Bucky Irving, who quite honestly, I know Mr. Sasser will remember him, but he reminds me of Warrick Dunn back in the day with the Bucks.
I'm looking at him I'm looking at a picture of him. I'm like, he looks like Warrick Dunn so much.
Yeah, like the way he runs and stuff, he reminds me exactly of Warrick Dunn. And then Sean Tucker's that third and short guy you could put in, or you could put him in at the end of games and grind away. So I think it's actually an excellent problem to have now. And I say Rachaad White is the pass catching back because I look at it and he doesn't have a second gear to him. He just doesn't. I felt this way since they drafted him, honestly.
Yeah.
Rachaad White is, how to say this nicely? Actually, it's not nicely, but
he's a good
harsh, but
number 2.
It's not to promote him to a. He runs like how Le'Veon runs.
Yes.
Yeah.
He will wait. He will wait for the offensive line holes to open, and then he'll hit it, but he never runs like at full speed. Like you watch a Le'Veon. Le'Veon never sprint. Like he glides. That's how Rachaad runs, and it's basically the same thing. The Bucs O-line isn't that type of that style of running.
Funny enough, me and Rachaad White for the longest time until he cut his dreads, we had the same hairstylist. Funny enough, but he cut his dreads, so now we don't.
No, me and not Yaya. Who's that one? Braswell from Alabama, the rookie. We had the same barber, so that's all good.
No way.
Well, he cut his hair when I went. It was like the day before.
That is awesome. That counts. That's awesome.
That's cool. That's anyways, moving on. But yeah, I think somebody needs some running back help. Dallas needs to be calling.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't forget about that one either. Happy birthday, Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones needs to sell that team or just conk out. Enough people been dying this year. I don't know.
Jerry Jones needs to kind of go away.
Oh, there.
Go retire and enjoy life.
Just enjoy whatever little time you got left on this planet.
Yeah.
You never know what day is your time.
Yeah.
It's funny. This is the first picture to pop up.
God.
There it is. Ready. Hold on, let me find it.
Is Dallas going to miss the playoffs? Yeah, it's going to be another choke artist. Controversy.
There you
go. Washington.
And Dallas fans are going to be like, ah. Dallas fans are going to be like, ah.
Look at him. Look at him.
Looks like the man who's against integration.
Like
Oh, wait a minute.
Like a wrinkled up ball sack.
You saw exactly what I was thinking of.
Wait, did you say that's exactly what I was thinking?
Upside down.
What'd you say?
Upside down. Just flip it upside down.
Someone said when they got down 26-3, they were like, why does he look like he looks like he just saw a high school get integrated? Like, jeez. Yeah, no.
But actually,
honestly,
he was at Little Rock though. He was in the same high school.
He makes Warren Buffett look younger, and Warren Buffett's older than him.
Oh my god.
Or they're about the same age, I think. I want to say.
Oh my
I don't
god.
remember.
See, now I gotta look at Warren Buffett.
Yeah, look at Warren Buffett and like some of like.
As long as we don't go into this history lesson again.
No,
Yeah,
we're not.
No.
But he does.
We didn't do
Warren
that
Buffett,
last week. Last week was a hurricane special.
He does make Warren Buffett look like a younger man, to be honest. But my god. Yeah, no, the Cowboys can't win anything because of this man. He fired someone on the radio.
He threatened to fire him. Yeah.
No, I think he actually fired him.
Oh.
He was asking a tough question. But it's like, like
Washington.
Jerry Jones is 82. Warren Buffett's 94. And this is what Warren Buffett looks like today.
Actually, I can pull up a picture. Warren Buffett actually looks better.
Damn. Okay.
94. Like, come on.
Hey, y'all seen Jimmy
pushing
Carter 101?
Yeah,
he's about that shriveled up alien from Men in Black.
Stop it. Oh my god. Stop it.
It's a Men in Black.
Jesus. But
that's what Jerry looks like. Jerry looks like one of those aliens.
Jesus. But yeah, so I mean, honestly, dude.
Travis Etienne, Rashad White, DeAndre Hopkins, 3 guys I think will get traded before the deadline. Dallas will not get any of them. Dallas needs one of them, but they don't get any. That's how it will work. People will be mad. Micah Parsons will get traded at the off season. Once that off season hits, Micah Parsons will get traded. Or Detroit or somebody needs to be sending some first round pick offers for him, because once he comes back, open season, just saying, you can get him first round pick. Go get the man, get a pass rusher for the playoffs.
My thing is two different things. A, Dallas will never win a Super Bowl so long as that man is owner and GM. That's the problem with ownership, with that franchise in general. Because you look at William Clay Ford's granddaughter, who's doing an excellent job with the Detroit Lions and ownership and stuff up there, reinvigorated the culture. Now she has a winner and a team that's picked by a couple people to be in the Super Bowl this year. You look at the Glazers, who we give grief to for being cheap, but honestly, ever since they've sold Manchester,
they don't donate no money to Tampa, but we won't get into that.
They what?
They really don't do nothing for Tampa.
No, but here's the thing: what they did do, they flew 300 personnel of their franchise and their families out to New Orleans.
That's taking care of your own people. You're not taking care of the actual city, though.
Now, but honestly, though, too, now to be real with you, the Glazers have done a lot in the community. Glazers Children Museum.
Okay, now we all agree Stu's the worst owner in the area, but Vinnick is like Vinnick's like 1,000. Glazer's like a solid 30.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and Stu was like a negative 100.
I'll agree with that. But I will say, though, Glazers do a better job than a lot of owners in the NFL. They stay out the way.
Jimmy Haslam. Mike Brown. Well, Dan Snyder's not there anymore. David Tepper. Jerry Jones. Yeah. I'm forgetting somebody, but there's another crappy owner out there.
Oh, the Spanos family.
The Spanos, yep, they're cheap as hell. They're terrible. Mark Davis, he's also.
Yes. Which he needed Tom Brady.
You need Tom Brady so they could trade Devontae Adams. I found that highly coincidental. No, that's not a coincidence. That Tom Brady became an owner the same day Devontae got traded. But yeah, those are pretty much it. Like Glazer is like a bottom 10 owner in the league, but when you consider the bottom 5, it's like the difference between a 60% and a 50%, or a 20% and a 30%. Both failing grades, but like they're just different levels of trash.
I will say they earned brownie points with me with the way that they handled the storm situation and stuff, and the way that they've carried their business in the.
But most teams do that, you know. When the storm comes, they all just pack up and move.
This is true.
Just saying.
But here recently, since they've kind of sold Manchester.
Well, no, I would say David Tepper wouldn't do that. David Tepper was too cheap to do that.
Exactly. But I will say that in this post ownership of Manchester U era that the Glazers have been in, they've been doing a good job. I think that might have been the problem.
They didn't do a very good job running Manchester United either.
They didn't, which is why I think they sold.
But we're not getting into football talk, the other type of football talk.
But now the second one that I was going to say is, where's James Houston at with this whole thing with Aiden Hutchinson being out? Because now he has a chance to step up.
He better step up. Take that opportunity and run with it. If not, Zadarius Smith. I'm trying to think of pass rushers who could be available. Chase Young, maybe. Max Crosby.
I don't think the Raiders.
Myles Garrett. I don't know. You're gonna swing for the fences big. Myles Garrett. If Cleveland's gonna do full retirement. Yeah, JPP's not gonna do that. What you need him to do at this stage in his career. But I would say Max Crosby, either at Atlanta or Detroit. I think he'll end up one of those spots.
Would the Raiders do it though?
Yeah. You already traded Devontae. Crosby was shoving Antonio Pierce last week.
Oh. Interesting. We'll see.
And remember, he also said he wants, if Devontae gets traded, he wants out too. Remember, he said that last year. Devontae's gone now. Just saying.
Yeah. No, this.
All right. Speaking of Devontae getting traded, Aaron Rodgers blames everybody but himself. Never takes accountability. Still a crybaby after all these years. Not surprising, anyways. Mike Williams did slip. I will say that, but Aaron Rodgers underthrew him severely, and he had Breece Hall wide open in the flat that he did not throw it to. So before you go pointing fingers, Mr. Crybaby Rodgers, take that into consideration. Now I will say this: if I'm Garrett Wilson, I'm kind of thinking like, well, on one side, I'm happy I never get double teamed ever again. On the other hand, I'm like, bruh, really?
It's funny to me because I remember when Brady came to Tampa, everybody was like, oh, the Tom Brady jerseys in Tampa are going to be worth about as much as a Michael Jordan Wizards jersey. That turns out to be false.
Hey, my Aaron Brady jerseys.
An Aaron Rodgers Jets jersey is worth the same amount as a Michael Jordan Wizards jersey.
So I'll take Shaq.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like a Michael Jordan Wizards jersey may hold more weight than an Aaron Rodgers Jets.
Well, yeah, it's a Michael Jordan jersey.
Yeah. So, dude, honestly, he needs to retire. I'm just gonna play plain simple. Aaron Rodgers needs to retire.
Yeah. He's just like a grumpy old man at this point.
He is. And you can't win like that.
Now, I will say this, though. I will say this. Aaron Rodgers is a grumpy old man, but if Russell Wilson starts this game, I'm picking the Jets to win this game, and I'm praying to God what's his name? Will McDonald gets 3 sacks on him and takes his head off. When I say take his head off, I mean like hit him very hard 3 times. Because Broderick Jones sucks, and Mike Tomlin's head is in his ass right now. He's basically Black Bill Belichick without the rings.
Yeah, I don't know why his ego is getting the better of him this week. He needs to leave Justin Fields in.
How do I say this nicely and keep it PG? He wined and dined Russell Wilson, thinking it's 2018, and he got him for a $1 million contract thinking that's what he's going to get. When in reality, Russell Wilson is getting paid $50 million by the Denver Broncos to now play for their franchise. And is the reason why they lost numerous games because he would make a boneheaded play at the end of the game to turn the ball over, take a sack, or somehow lose the game in that some capacity of that fashion. And on the other hand, the Steelers' offensive line is so bad, you have Justin Fields running for his life every other snap. And by the time a guy does get open, he's already having to get out of the pocket and try to survive from getting smacked because your offensive line collapses every other snap.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're playing a New York Jets defense that is not good at containment. They are good at getting at stationary pass rushes. How do I know this? You want to look at the teams they play? My phone's at 2%. Somebody pull up the Steelers schedules. A Jets schedule, please.
The Jets schedule or the Steelers schedule?
Jets, please and thank you. My phone is
Definitely.
dead. I cannot pull it up.
Definitely.
Let's get into this breakdown quickly.
Jets. Here we go.
And can you pull up defensive sack stats on that or no?
I can't pull up the defensive sacks, but I can definitely pull up the schedule. Well, actually, I probably could. Give me 1 sec, but I can definitely get you the schedule.
Yeah, phone just shut down, so I can't pull it up.
So there is your Jets schedule right there. As it stands right now. So right now they're sitting, of course, at 2-4. They play the Steelers Sunday night. After that, they got a division game against the Patriots, the Texans in New Jersey, and then at the Cardinals out in Glendale, and then the Colts on Sunday night as well. Ew. They need to flex that one.
That game's hideous. That game's gonna get flexed for sure. Anyways, back to the top, right?
20 sacks.
Can you pull up how many sacks they had in each game?
Hold on.
Just 20 sacks total. They have individual stats like per person, like running back, defensive backs.
They want like show like team box scores for each game.
So, here we go right now. Wait. Here we go.
I got my phone. I can do this really easy.
Sauce Gardner has one.
Stats.
Because I believe there's a trend here. If you would notice it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
We'll have to go to the schedule each game.
I'm just gonna find it on my laptop. I doubt it will work. But
so as far as the game recap, let's go to. So here we go. I got it for week 1. I thought they would have had like the actual stats. They have like an actual recap, like with game notes and stuff. I just want the stat sheet. Oh, you know what? Maybe ESPN.
Yeah, here we go. Let me see if I could do it. I think Bleacher Report will have it. Schedule. Let's see. All right. 49ers game. Can I pull up the box score for this game? How do I do it? The app lets you do it. That sucks.
Here we go. I think I should be able to get it now. So
yeah, I believe there's a trend here. If you notice on the style of quarterbacks they play and their sack numbers, you'll see what I'm talking about on why playing Russell Wilson is a terrible idea against him. Because I believe they had like 4 or 5 sacks on Sam Darnold. They had 4 or 5 on Brock Purdy, Jacoby Brissett. But Bo Nix got out of the pocket. They didn't sack him a whole lot. Will Levis got out of the pocket. Well, Purdy got out of the pocket sometimes, but Purdy's mostly a stationary guy.
Yeah, no, he is. He's going to win games from the pocket.
But yeah, if you guys can't find us, okay. I just don't want to do misinformation. I'd be kind of wrong on it on the exact numbers I say.
So,
but their pass rush on a whole, right? If you guys can't find this, I'll just say we're already at an hour and a half.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Tony Adams had 1 sack in the 49ers game. Sauce Gardner had 1 sack as well. And then so did Michael Clemens. So they had 3 sacks in that game. And then if we go to...
And Will McDonald had 2 on his own. Check Will McDonald in that game before you move on.
No, those are only 3.
Okay, 3 sacks. Okay, move on to the next game.
So in the next game, which was Tennessee, they won 24-17. If we look at the stats in that one, the the Jets had 3 sacks by Will McDonald, and then they had 1 sack by Solomon Thomas in that game.
So 4 sacks on Will Levis.
Yes, and then if we go to the Patriots game, where they won 24-3, I think this was a Thursday night game. They had 2 sacks, one by Joshua Uche, and then another one by Dietrich Wise.
That's the Patriots you're looking at, not the Jets.
Yeah. Oh, no. Well, no, this is... Oh, my bad. Oh, my gosh, I'm tripping. Okay, they had 7 sacks in total this game. So Solomon Thomas had
Stationary quarterback.
Tack McKinley had half a sack. Leonard Taylor had half a sack. Michael Clemens had half a sack. Will McDonald had 2. Chuck Clark had 1.
Stationary quarterback. Move on to Denver, please.
And then, moving on to Denver now. In that game, they had... Can y'all see this? No. Y'all can only see the schedule.
That's fine. Just keep going. Don't worry about that.
In this game, they did not have any sacks.
Against Bo Nix, right? Bo Nix.
And then fast forward now to Minnesota, which was a game that they played over in London and they lost.
Not very good.
See how many times did they get to Sam Darnold? So they got to Sam Darnold a total of 4 times. They had Isaiah Oliver had a sack. Will McDonald had a sack. Michael Clemens had a sack. Leonard Taylor had a sack. So those were
y'all noticing anything here with that?
The non-mobile
just give me Josh Allen.
And then we get here to Buffalo Monday night. They lost that 23-20, in case anybody needed to know. So with this one, they had 2 sacks. Quentin Williams and Will McDonald. That's it.
Thank you for proving my point. So Brock Purdy, Will Levis, Bo Nix, Josh Allen. So that's what? 2 sacks, 3 sacks, 0 sacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to Jacoby Brissett and Sam Darnold, who had a combined 11 sacks against 2 stationary quarterbacks compared to the mobile guys. Jets are not very good at containment. They're very good against stationary quarterbacks. What is the difference? Why would I bring this all up? Oh my God, what is Russell Wilson compared to Justin Fields?
Yeah, he's older. He ain't moving around in the pocket like he used to.
Exactly. So thank you, JP, for pointing out my whole thing. Much appreciated.
Of course, friend. Of course. All right. So with that being said, I guess we can go ahead.
By the way, Buffalo getting Amari Cooper for a 3rd and a 7th for Amari Cooper and a 6th is like one of the biggest deals I've ever seen, and that's a way better trade than giving up a 3rd for Devontae Adams and his entire contract.
True. Oof. All right, so let's go ahead and these picks.
From the Jets.
Thursday night football. We got the Broncos and the
Denver
and the Saints.
Denver by 40, 30, give or take. I don't care. 1-2. Saints are 0-7 when Drew Brees is in attendance, combined with Champagne coming into New Orleans with no offense on the Saints side. Champagne, do me one last favor. City of New Orleans needs one last favor from you, since you already did them dirty by retiring all of a sudden with no heads up and sticking Dennis Allen upon us.
Mr. Stasser?
Broncos.
Oh, gotcha. Didn't hear you there, man. All right. Everybody's with the Broncos. I'm definitely going with the Broncos, too. I think they bounce back. We got the London game. We got the Patriots and the Jaguars.
God, so many freaking...
I will say this. The Jaguars, I think Doug Peterson should have been fired already, but I think give me Patriots in this game.
I'm with you. Same.
Drake May play good against Houston. I know they lost, but Keyshawn Boo showed me something. Drake May showed me something in that game. Terrell Jennings didn't play great, but he was pretty all right, I thought, for the most part, compared to what the other guys' stats were in the run game. The offensive line not one to succeed against that run defense in Houston, so they're going to have a lot of success against Jacksonville, I think.
I agree. I think so, too.
Patriots.
Yep. I'm with you.
But let me ask, why are there so many London games, man?
We don't play London games, but the NFL's forcing it upon us.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm wondering when the Germany games are supposed to get played if they're going to Germany. I know one thing: they don't need to go back to Mexico City, and they don't need to go back to South America.
Never again.
Yeah, don't ever do that again, please. Let's see the next one. We got Will Levis against Josh Allen, Titans and the Bills.
Oh, Bills.
We all know who's winning this game. Come on.
Yeah,
Bills.
I'm right there with you.
DeAndre Hopkins either LA with the Chargers or to Pittsburgh.
Freaking Will Levis and his goddamn
Or Kansas City, maybe.
mayonnaise
Yeah,
and his
Someone mentioned
coffee.
Kansas City.
You guys know
Right.
that?
Say again?
You guys know that Will Levis puts mayonnaise in his coffee?
Yes,
I
we
heard
did.
about that. That's so disgusting.
That's nasty.
It's just nasty. Yeah. Blech.
All right, Texans and Packers.
Second best game of the week. This should have been Sunday Night Football, in my opinion. Give
Yes,
me
it should
Houston.
have. Say again?
Houston, please and thank you.
I'm with
Flash
you.
did not want to trade me Jordan Love. He refused. I was giving him Metcalf for Jaden Reed and Jordan Love. He refused. Well, it wasn't just Metcalf. It was Metcalf, Kittle, and Hunt, but he refused. So I just took Kyler.
Mr. Sasser.
Houston.
Houston, yes.
Houston.
I was surprised he traded Cam Akers already, but going back to Minnesota is an interesting move for him.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Eagles and Giants.
Giants.
You know, low key.
Yeah.
Low
Went
key.
to there.
I need Saquon to do good in this game, but I feel this is the nail in the coffin of Sirianni.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the whole like debacle behind that? Why did he yell at the fans?
He would have got. I think he should have got fired this past week, but AJ Brown saved his job by beating the Browns. They should have lost to the Browns.
He kept like blasting them and stuff, and because like they've been blasting him, so he's been blasting back, which some of you don't do in a city like Philadelphia.
No.
Wrong place in the wrong time is definitely a thing, and Eagles fans will wait for you outside.
They don't mess around there. Moving on to the next game.
I have some family that lives there, so yeah, I know.
I got friends that live up there. Lions and the Vikings, Black and Blue division.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
It's in Minnesota. That influences anybody's opinion.
Minnesota. Nobody's covering J-Jets.
Yeah, they're playing good ball right now too.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I don't know if Hawkinson's playing in this game, but I'll still take J-Jets.
I'm saying Vikings.
I like Detroit though, but Brian Flores' defense has been buzzing.
Yes.
But I could see that. I could see this as like a rematch in like the NFC, like divisional.
Yeah, or wild card. I can see the wild card. Honestly.
Wild card, yeah.
I think this division.
This will be the 2-7 matchup.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not the one, if it's not a divisional game where it's like a 1-5 matchup, it's gonna be the 2-7 or 2.
I think this could be the
No,
1-5.
actually, yeah, Minnesota. No, yeah, Minnesota's gonna be the 2 seed or the 1 seed.
Definitely.
And Detroit will get the 5 seed or the thing.
Tampa will definitely be in the wild card for sure.
If they can get the
Tampa's
division
gonna be
back,
the 3 seed.
if they, I think if they
Tampa's got the win over Washington, so when it's all said and done, okay, let me rephrase this. Honestly, I think Atlanta wins the division, not Tampa, because of that one win they got earlier on. So I would say Atlanta's probably the 3 seed, and Tampa's like the 6 or the 5 seed. And Tampa would be the 6. No, Tampa beat Detroit, right? So Tampa would be the 5 seed, Detroit would be the 6 seed.
The Bucks need chaos to happen with Atlanta. If quote unquote, the Falcons would need to Falcon. So the Bucks would have to beat Atlanta, and then hope for the Saints in Week 10 to beat Atlanta if the Bucks want to take the division.
Saints they're gonna triple team. Once Olave comes back, he's gonna get triple teamed every game, so it's not happening.
Or just they'd have to lose, or just what's it called? Yeah, the Falcons have to lose a couple games.
Saints are gonna blow it up after this week anyway. I think Lattimore's getting traded for a second or a third. to Detroit. Detroit is gonna lose to Minnesota, and they're gonna trade a second or a third round pick for Lattimore and a first round pick for Crosby.
Hold that thought right there. I was gonna say something about that once we finish this, but I'm
All right, we can do that. Keep going. Next game.
Seahawks and Falcons.
Falcons.
I was gonna take the Seahawks here.
Wouldn't shock me if Seattle wins, but DK Metcalf and Geno need to get on the same page.
Yes,
if not,
they do.
DK Metcalf is getting traded if Seattle loses in the next 2 games. I think he gets traded at the deadline.
I saw that game when they played 49ers, and I was like, there was just nothing.
I would have won a fantasy if they didn't call an illegal formation on Seattle, but we won't get into that. That's neither here nor there anymore. Seattle or Falcons?
Yeah, I said Falcons.
Okay, both on Falcons.
Let's see. We got the Bengals and we got the Browns.
Bengals.
Yeah, they need to start Jameis Winston.
Trade Jameis in Miami.
Yeah, or trade Jameis because
he's too good to be sitting there stuck behind Deshaun Watson. As bad as Deshaun is, just trade him.
They need to deactivate him. That's what they need to do. They need to deactivate him.
Bengals.
Next one.
I need the Bengals because I need Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to go off in fantasy.
See, Ace, what I tell you, that man became so dangerous ever since he figured out fantasy football.
He didn't figure it's just basically T. Higgins came back and took double coverage off Jamar Chase, and then it's been lights out for them.
You don't understand his strategy.
But you don't understand, like, I didn't pick any of these. Like, I guess it just auto-generated all these people for me. Like, I have Brock Purdy as my quarterback. I have Brock Purdy as my quarterback.
Can I interest you in either Kyler Murray or Sam Darnold?
Neither.
Dolphins and the Colts.
Colts.
Yep.
Yeah, Colts, yeah.
Yep.
Tua's probably done.
Tua's not back until I think week 9.
No, but like I'm saying, like in general, I'm pretty sure he's.
I didn't know Tua might be back next week. They said either week 8 or 9. They said he's gonna be back. I don't know why.
I have a feeling he's gonna have like a whole like coming to.
Can I interest you in Tua for a trade? I have him sitting in my IR spot. Nick Chubb's back next week or this week. I have to cut somebody from that. Anybody want Nick Chubb? I don't feel like cutting anybody.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Panthers and we got Commanders.
Commanders.
Yep.
Next. The commies.
This will likely. Well, let's see. Well, here we go. Raiders and Rams.
Rams.
Ooh. When Rams are going to finally get another one. I agree.
Raiders.
Ooh.
Raiders.
Okay. He's going
to these fantasy points, but I don't think they win it.
And then here goes the next one. I think this needs to just go ahead and be Tom Brady's last game that he ever calls for Fox, because given the restrictions he's on. Chiefs and 49ers.
Chiefs.
Yeah. I'm feeling the same way. It's in Santa Clara.
Who are you taking, Dalton?
Tie. I'll take the Chiefs, I guess. Kind of want the 49ers to win. I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, 49ers. Give me the 49ers. Damn it. Minnesota. Well, this is a matter of like who's going to crack. Is Minnesota going to crack or is KC going to crack?
Yeah, someone's going to lose soon.
One of these two are going to lose. So I wouldn't be surprised if it would actually be this week. What if both of them lose this week?
Could happen. Let's see, Jets and Steelers.
This one is conditional. Russell Wilson plays, Jets win it. Justin Fields plays, Steelers win it.
I'm gonna still say I just don't believe in the offensive fortitude of the Jets, so I'm still gonna go Steelers.
I will say though, Devontae Garrett Wilson is gonna be hard for defenses to stop.
It is. Well, you know what? After seeing what happens last week against a very inadequate or should I say,
Bills defense not slouches. They just play some really good teams.
You know what? I'm probably gonna go Jets.
They just can't. The Jets defense can't contain quarterbacks. The secondary, it depends sometimes because sometimes you can beat the secondary. It's like Sauce Gardner's not all that.
Yeah.
And Chuck Clark is hurt. Jordan Whitehead, I believe, is hurt. Secondary is gettable there. The offense, though, for the Jets is going to be what wins it. And if it's Devontae and Aaron Rodgers clicking, it's going to be hard to stop. Because then you have Garrett Wilson working underneath one-on-one.
I'm going to say Steelers.
Okay. And then Ace, I know it's a conditional pick, so we'll see what happens. All right. So
Monday night football games. Give me
So, yeah.
Cardinals and Bucks.
You know, yes, same.
Going that too. Going that vibe, yeah. Cardinals and Bucks.
Is he going? But he said he's going Cardinals and Bucks too.
Yeah.
I'm only taking the Bucks because the Lightning won their first game of the season on the road for Milton, and then they came back home and won for Milton.
Yeah,
Tampa won the first one on the road for Milton. I think they come back home and win it for the city too. Same like how New Orleans did when they came back for Katrina.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, dude. I think it's gonna be the same thing. I think it's gonna be emotional in there, and it's gonna feel like that Eagles Bucks playoff game in there at night. So I think you're gonna see a very rowdy Bucks team up to the task and wanting to make a statement on a national stage, and I think they will. So yeah, so everybody's going with the Cardinals though.
Yeah.
Well, I would say it's dependable on if Marvin Harrison plays, but I already gave my one conditional pick for the week, so I don't feel like doing it again.
Fair. That's fair. All right, folks. Well, with that being said, actually, one last thing I was going to say for you was I agree with you in the fact that I think the Saints do need to blow it up because that was actually lingering in my mind Monday. I was like, yeah, dude, I think it might be time for the Saints to blow this up and start over.
Kamara to Dallas for a 5th-round pick. It makes too much sense, but Jerry Jones is stuck in his head, so he won't do it. So I think Kamara gets traded to somebody else who needs a running back. Cincinnati.
Yeah, that would work. Cincinnati. I'm out here trying to think. Maybe the Texans.
Nah, Joe Mixon is healthy, so they won't do it. If Joe Mixon was out for the year, I could have seen it, but Joe Mixon's healthy, so they won't do it. Trying to think of a team that could do it. Maybe San Francisco, but that's dependable on Chris McCaffrey's health if they don't think he's coming back.
I don't think. I think they said he had 2 Achilles injuries.
Yeah, so like Kamara maybe to the 49ers, but then again, I think they might be one of those teams that go after like a Rashad White or actually Rashad White. I think they go after Rashad White.
Yeah.
He fits their scheme better. That zone running, wait and see, kind of bang it kind of thing. Yeah, that's his style.
Yeah. Well, all right, folks. We've reached this point in the show here where these two guys make their picks for FAMU and JSU Sunday.
FAMU 31, Jackson State 21.
Ooh, okay.
31-21 FAMU.
31-21 FAMU. Okay. Almost in the same neighborhood as me. Okay. And this is the point now where all 59 of you, if you depending on who's watching this, y'all can take screenshots and try to make us look like idiots after the game Saturday, but we'll see what happens. You may have to delete this either way. All right, so Sasser, what you got?
38-17.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know.
Stir the pot.
Okay. I didn't see that one coming.
Me either.
Nice little 3-tutty win. Woof.
All right.
Type of thing there. All right. That should do it for us tonight. NBA back, I believe, next week. Yeah,
Yes.
NBA starts back in a week.
MLB is also in the.
Man, MLB is so rigged. I wanted
Subway
a
Series?
Yankees Mets thing, but it's gonna give us Dodgers and Yankees. We already know it's coming. I don't care. Baseball.
It'd be
sucks.
cool.
Where's pro sport in North America? I said it. There you go.
Damn.
Where's pro sport playoffs in North America? Let me rephrase it.
Yeah.
Give me an NHL playoff game, an NFL playoff game, or an NBA playoff game 100 times out of 100 times over an MLB playoff game.
I would love to go to an MLB playoff game, but
Oh yeah, speaking of which, rest in peace, Tropicana Field.
yeah,
Gonna miss you there, buddy. Gonna miss
Yeah.
it. I heard
Rest
you.
in peace.
And
Of course.
that roof got torn up.
dude,
That was tough to see.
that was horrible.
Let's see
man.
where they go. They should go to Steinbrenner Field, but I don't know if the Yankees let them do it. I hope they don't go to Montreal. That would be suck. If
No,
they do that.
they said Montreal's actually under construction right now too, so I don't know
For
when that'll
what?
be ready.
Expand?
Soccer. They play soccer in there.
Oh. No, I will say the one that I would like to see just for fun of it. Bring back like baseball stadiums and football stadiums being in the same stadium, like like how the Raiders used to do it.
Yeah.
Raiders, and the Marlins. Raiders and the A's, and then you had the Marlins and the Dolphins for the longest.
Like, let's just bring that back with the Bucks and the Rays. That would be fun.
That
would be interesting.
That's
the Bucks playing at Tropicana Field.
No, the Raymond James.
Oh.
If not, I don't know what the size is in Orlando at Camping World. If they could take a baseball stadium there.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I would look up their
capacity. They won't play in Dunedin. That stadium is not big enough in the minor league, so it would have to be like either Tampa or like it's Steinbrenner. It'll probably be Steinbrenner.
It would have to be, honestly, and they could still keep the same schedule, play the games at night, and then maybe 1 or 2 games on the weekend at 1 o'clock. But
during the summer, it's gonna be hard though because it'll be hot. And
baseball was must be played outside.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Let's hit the 2-hour mark. We went crazy tonight.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot to talk about. This was a fun episode. Definitely FAMU Jackson State pregame preview Saturday at 3 p.m. All 59 of you bring another 59 people, and then tell that 59 to bring another 59, and so on and so forth. It'll be fun. Can't wait. And then, of course, we'll react to after the game, regardless of what happens. Of course, and also don't forget the word for the night or the slogan for the night. Ace dropped a dime. Shots are shots
that need to be shot, boys. Yep.
Exactly. So when you're in the bar and you're sitting there looking at the one girl, just remember, shots are shots that need to be shot.
From yours truly, guys.
Y'all take care. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Good night. We'll see you Saturday.